and welcome to the Dancer's Hideout, Bitesize Sundays. A place where you'll find all the tips and tricks to help you and your dance. My name's Ian, I'm a professional teacher and former competitor with over 30 years of dance experience. The subject of today's video is centered around whether you're ready or not to take a medal exam or not. And I was thinking a little bit about this for a long time.
Really?
And rather than just honing specifically on medals, am I ready to take a medal test? Maybe I'm a social dancer and I was thinking about, doing a medal test. I thought maybe it would be good to expand it.
Are you serious?
And talk more about whether you're ready or not to progress into that next level of whatever it might be. So maybe you're a social dancer and you're thinking of taking your first medal exam. Maybe you're already maybe taking your bronze medal and you're thinking about should I go for my silver medal? I'm a novice dancer. I was thinking of becoming intermediate dancer. Is that the right step for me? Lots of different examples, of taking that next step, that next tier, so to speak.
Okay.
Because when I was thinking about it, in all honesty, the details of it will always be different for everybody, because circumstantially we're all very different and we're all at different points of our dancing when we're thinking about this. But ultimately, the feeling and the idea is the same. So in this episode, I'm going to help you figure out when exactly you're ready. And what steps that you can take to help make that next jump in your dancing a more positive experience. Let's first look at what a medal exam actually is. No matter what association this corresponds to and what particular format this takes place within, the concept around the examinations is relatively the same. You're going to be assessed on a given number of types of criteria, and depending on what type of level you're actually going to be taking depends on the level of scrutiny that you're going to be receiving in your exam. Now, the problem with hearing the word scrutiny is that it tends to imply the idea of a very harsh view of looking at somebody's dancing. Julian! But in reality, this is more like observational critique, analysis kind of situation, because an examiner doesn't actually have any view on your dancing, just like a judge in a competition doesn't have any view of your dancing, but they don't know you're dancing.
You're goddamn right.
Only you know you're dancing.
Wrong.
The idea of a medal exam is that it is structured in a particular way to help guide and tier your level of improvement. A classic example is if I take the United Kingdom Alliance of Dance Associations medal structure, so the UKA dance medal structure, and I use the example of a spin turn, a great example that I've commonly used when trying to explain the rationale and the understanding behind the structure of medal exams and stuff. Liar! You're initially introduced to what's referred to as an intro or pre-bronze staged examination. And in terms of dancing, this is where you would be introduced to, for instance, a spin turn.
All right! I won the
spin turn.
So you would learn a spin turn in your waltz, for instance, okay?
Okay.
When you progress and you choosing to take the next examination or the next level of examination that comes after that, which would be the bronze level examination, this can be thought of thinking of the underturned spin turn. When you learn this particular type of figure, it uses an and timing to sort of pivot back onto itself. Liar! As an example, I'll show you the difference between the steps a little bit as well, is that the normal spin turn is doing this, and the syncopated spin turn from here is doing the spin, but then switching very fast. So in the bronze level, you're going to learn the speed change. In the basic one, for the intro level, for that first stage, you're going to learn the basic spin turn and the basic timing. In the next level, the bronze level, you're going to learn the syncopated timing.
No way.
When we move into the silver section and the gold section, typically the technique book opens up quite a lot, and you've got lots of different diverse versions of movements available to you. But keeping with our spin turn example, in the silver examination, you could be expected to dance what's known as a spin-turn turning lock to the right. And this movement intentionally is shaping. You're going to learn how to shape this movement. So it creates big position, shape, and you're using that position to dance the lock action that comes after the spin movement. So the spin is exactly the same as the basic one, but you're crossing the feet in the turning lock to create the shape. And to refer to the gold standard tier in the medal structure, that would be the running spin turn. The running spin turn is an example of combining all of the elements. So you're combining the positioning, clarity, and the movement and disciplines of the basic spin turn.
Yeah.
You're adding in the syncopated aspect of a bronze level syllabus by including that syncopation movement, and then you are also learning a shaping quality that you pick up from the silver grade to combine all of these details to create the running spin turn movement. So from this position here, dancing the running spin turn, it's not only turning around, but it's doing the 1 and 2 3 timing. 1 and 2 3. But it's also doing the shape. You can also add shape into this as well.
No way.
1 and 2 3. 2 3. So as an idea, each level of progression has a rough understanding about learning something new for that next step. When it comes to your dance development, the first stages are all about applying the basic disciplines, and each grade that comes after that, understandably, is a little bit more complex, but it's only because it's adding on details for your personal improvement. If we're not considering the medalist structure for a second and we're thinking about like that next stage in your dancing in general, I'm dancing B class, but I want to go into A class. I'm dancing the intermediate level dancing, but I want to go into the pre-chomp level dancing. It all depends on what association you're competing with. But how you know when you're ready for that next stage is through your development. So my point is this, that maybe you've done a couple of medal exams and you want to think about maybe doing competitions as well. The feeling of that next step is going to be exactly the same. Your position that you're served from, that's all different, because that's the details, that's always different. But your feeling of how, if you're ready for that next step, that is always the same feeling for everybody. How you can answer this question very easily is by preparing for that next step as best you can.
Obviously.
If you've never experienced a medal exam before and you're looking to do so, then working on your dance technique is very, very important. If you don't already receive a private lesson, perhaps maybe you should.
Wrong.
Because maybe that one-to-one tuition is going to give you some of the details and the points that you're looking for to help make you improve, rather than the class structure that can sometimes just be sent to everybody. If you're already competing and you're thinking about taking that next stage, well, what's involved in that next stage? Is it more complex choreography, or is it maybe like, you know, you need to be understanding, like you need to do like stamina training, you know, you go from B class to A class, we need to work on the stamina here because you're going to be running around that floor really quick in the samba, so you need to be really ready for that.
I can't finish. I feel so weak.
So if you're thinking about taking your first medal exam, thinking about going into that next level of your dancing, or, you know, taking your first tippy toes into the competitive realm of Ballroom Latin dancing, take this as your sign that you're probably more ready than you actually realize. If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to give us a like. We'll really appreciate it, of course. If you want to see more from the Dancers Hideout, then be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure that you ding the bell icon so that you can stay notified for whenever we're putting out new videos or content. Drop down in the comments section any tips or tricks that you found most useful, and maybe there's something you want to see in a future video, or maybe there's something that's actually helped reassure you in your own dancing from today's video. Maybe you were also thinking about taking that next step and you weren't too sure. Maybe today's video has helped. Let us know.
You're goddamn right.
It's always great to hear from you. In the meantime, my name's Ian, this here is the Dancers Hideout, and it's been a pleasure.